When Cadillac first introduced the Escalade IQ to America roughly 2 years ago, it was exactly the direction they needed to take their flagship Escalade. And today, I'm here at Monterey Car Week because the company has just revealed this vehicle. This is the 2027 Curated by Cadillac Escalade IQ, a highly customizable, built-to-order version of the Escalade that essentially brings down a lot of the customization that you get from the flagship Celestiq. So now that we're seeing the 2027 Curated by Cadillac Escalade IQ in person, let's go ahead and take a detailed first look. So as the flagship SUV for Cadillac, it makes sense for the company to bring down some of the customization that we get from the flagship Celestiq onto the Escalade IQ. And if you guys remember, the Escalade IQ slots above the regular Escalade because this is essentially the all-electric version built on the Ultium architecture. It has a massive 205 kilowatt-hour battery pack, and that's good for up to 465 miles of range. Now, before we start talking about some of the styling changes, let me show you guys what's underneath the hood, because remember, this vehicle is a fully electric vehicle and it has a massive front trunk storage space, around 12 cubic feet of total storage space, which is absolutely huge. I also love the way the grille kind of moves out of the way so you have easy access into the actual front trunk storage space. And Cadillac still offers like a little storage shelf that kind of pulls out if you want to have easier access, because as you can see, this is a really far reach to get in there. But since we're underneath here, let's go ahead and quickly talk about some of the powertrain specs. All Escalade IQs are powered by dual electric motors. You have that 205 kilowatt-hour battery pack. That is the usable capacity. I think 212 is actually the gross capacity. And this vehicle, when you have it in its normal mode, offers around 680 horsepower, 615 pound-feet of torque. Now, if you push the VMAX button on the steering wheel, that'll up the output to 750 horsepower, 785 foot-pounds of torque. I've tested this model about a year ago, 0 to 60 wise. It'll easily do it in 4.5 seconds, even though Cadillac claims 4.7. Top speed should be like around 120 miles an hour. This vehicle will tow a maximum of around 8,000 pounds. And because this is built on the Ultium architecture with that massive double stack battery, it's a heavy Escalade, or even for an Escalade. It weighs in at just over 9,000 pounds. This car is roughly around 3,000 pounds heavier versus the gas-powered version of the Escalade. But for now, this is the only powertrain available. I was expecting Cadillac to eventually do a V version of this, which they easily have in terms of like the GMC Hummer's EV's powertrain with around 1,200 horsepower, but I suspect the company will be working on that at some point. But let's go ahead and close up the hood here because I want to talk about the exterior, because this is the Curated by Cadillac version of the Escalade IQ. And what that essentially means is these vehicles are hand-built, and they're offered in several different colors, actually a plethora of different colors. This color is called Serene. It's actually, or Celine, I'm sorry. It's actually a beautiful color that we first saw on the Velocity Max Cadillac Escalade, or Cadillac that they showed as a concept car a few years ago. And you can see it's a beautiful matte finish. Cadillac will actually offer the exterior in a total of 160 different exterior colors. And in this California sunlight, the way that kind of the sun hits it with the metallic fleck, with this matte finish, it looks fantastic with the styling details that you get here with the big Cadillac logo here, with the illuminated crest logo, the headlights distinctively Escalade in their design with the vertical stack arrangement of the actual LEDs. You have a sequential LED turn signal as well. And then this vehicle doesn't actually have fog lights, I believe, but a lot of the intricate lighting actually carries over into the grille and it kind of lights up with the Cadillac logo. So overall, with this Serene exterior or Celine exterior color, I have to say it's a beautiful vehicle, and it's refreshing to see this car in some other color besides black or white. Because when I was at the media drive a couple of years ago, all they really had us to had to show us the vehicle in was like a black or white. But keep in mind, this is a really expensive package, but it's all part of that Curated by Cadillac customization theme. Now, as you come around to the side profile here, let's go ahead and talk about the size of this vehicle, because the Escalade IQ's looks are deceiving, because some of you may think that this vehicle is actually shorter than the standard Escalade, but it's actually a longer vehicle by about a foot. At 224 inches long, this vehicle actually, like I said earlier, is a foot longer versus the standard Escalade. The Escalade ESV, the gas-powered longer wheelbase, is actually around 2 inches shorter, but there's also an IQ L. The L is the longest SUV that you can buy at 228 inches long. So this is definitely going to give you the size, the presence, the practicality that you're looking for when you're buying an Escalade. Coming over to the wheels, the Escalade IQ was one of the first vehicles that Cadillac offered with a massive 24-inch alloy wheel. That's right, a 24-inch alloy wheel. You can get it with a 22 if these are just too big. It's riding on a 275 by 50 R24 Michelin tire. Obviously, the brake rotors measure around 14 inches front and rear. This vehicle, of course, has an all-independent air suspension, and it also comes with their rear-wheel steering, where just like on the Hummer EVs, you can easily do that crab walk feature where the vehicle essentially can turn the rear wheels in the same direction or opposite direction of the front to kind of essentially do a little crab walk to kind of enhance the maneuverability. Now, looking at the rest of the profile, obviously, you still get these black painted side mirrors. The doors are, of course, automatic opening and closing. That's going to be included on most of the higher end trims. And what do you guys think of this color? Again, I mentioned earlier 160 different exterior colors to choose from and 44 on the inside, which we'll talk about later on. Now, over here, you're going to find the charge port door for the vehicle. It's a power opening and closing charge port door. This vehicle runs on the 800 volt architecture. Like I said earlier, 205 kilowatt hour battery pack, 465 miles of Cadillac rated range, because the EPA doesn't rate this vehicle because it's so darn heavy, but Cadillac says you'll get around 460. I was able to verify that in my actual testing. And because it'll accept up to 350 kilowatts, you can add roughly 116 miles of range in just 10 minutes. So again, pretty fast charging that's really going to make this vehicle good for those longer road trips, for the fast charging. Obviously, coming over to the rear, I definitely prefer the look of the IQL. The IQL basically just kind of adds an extra 4 inches to the overall length, but then also kind of squares off the roof panel over here, where it gives you a little more cargo space, but mostly more third row space. The rear bumper, you can see, has a nice sportier edge to it with the gloss black that pairs very nicely with the Celine exterior color. And obviously this is the electric model, so there's no visible exhaust tips. Now, getting into the cargo area, I have the key fob here, so I can just kind of double push this button here to open up the fob. This is where the Escalade IQ also delivers lots of cargo space. Now, obviously, a third row is going to be included. You get around 24 cubic feet of storage space with the seats up. If you want to fold down the back seats here, you can easily do so at the push of a button, which push that button here, the seats will start to fold down. There we go. You have to actually hold it down, which is good. Fold that down, it expands the cargo to around 75 cubic feet of storage space. And if you fold down everything, Cadillac says you have a total of 119 cubic feet of storage space. Now, keep in mind, if you go for the L version of this car, it'll expand the cargo to around 125 cubic feet of storage space. That's near minivan levels of cargo capacity. So if you guys are looking for an all-electric SUV that has well over 400 miles of range, can comfortably carry up to 7 people and their stuff, this is what makes this vehicle so darn popular with big American families. Now, once you get past the gorgeous blue exterior color of this particular model, as you can see, the interior also has some beautiful details of its own. First of all, this interior color is obviously unique to the Curated by Cadillac experience here. It's a combination of 3 different colors: the sheer gray for the actual insert of the seats, this Vecchio brown leather, and then of course you also have the Santorini blue contrast piping, which almost matches the Celine exterior color that's for the outside of this vehicle. So it is an absolutely gorgeous color combination, beautiful spec, and it adds a nice personalized touch to the interior of the Escalade IQ. Now, get inside. Let me go ahead and close this door here, which it is a power door. I can basically just put my foot on the brake. That'll essentially turn off the, or close the door for you. But once you're inside for this vehicle, in terms of the technology, you guys have seen me show you a full review on the Escalade IQ, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here, obviously, but what you're looking at is one of the biggest displays you're going to find in the industry. It's a 55-inch display that literally spans from the driver's side here all the way to the passenger side pillar, so it's kind of a pillar-to-pillar display. It's essentially comprised of 3 screens. There's a screen here, obviously, that has Google built in. It has access to the Google Play Store, but as you guys know, with GM vehicles, no wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That's because they want you to use their software. And then, of course, there's a passenger display here where you can literally stream from your favorite streaming services. You can watch YouTube videos. You can, stream Netflix if you'd like. And then down here, you have another center display here for the climate control functions. This is also where you're going to find access to like your heated and cooled seats, your massaging seats. You can also open and close the doors, obviously. From this angle, I can literally just tap that here. It's going to open up the door for me, or I can just put my foot on the brake. This is a feature that's technically extra. You can also get it on the gas-powered Escalade. This is again a more gimmicky feature that a lot of luxury brands are kind of going with, but at the same time, I kind of appreciate it. If you're spending this kind of money, you're going to want those added features. Now, the steering wheel is a power telescoping design. It's an interesting looking 2-spoke wheel, obviously. It's got Super Cruise hands-free driving as standard, along with a lot of touch sensitive buttons here and some actual toggles here to control your volume, to control your cruise control. This little V button here is where you can access the V Max mode to give you the maximum of 750 horsepower. So that's a really cool button if you guys want to, basically impress your passengers by adding more power. And then down here, you can see there is a dial here that allows you to control that if you guys don't want to use the touch control screen or the touch screen. You also have a wireless phone charging pad. There's some genuine wood and a lot of piano black plastic. This is where I was hoping Cadillac would get rid of the piano black, although I imagine they may offer some kind of feature where you can delete that. Remember, they offer 44 different interior color choices to complement the 160 interior or exterior color choices. But I have to say, this sheer gray with the Vecchio brown, the Santorini blue, it is an absolutely beautiful color combination that kind of works with the blue exterior color. Now above me you can see big panoramic glass roof. This sadly does not open up to vent air, nor does it have a sunshade, but I will say that it is very dark tinted, although the California sun's kind of beating down and it's not quite as hot as I remembered, so it is a nice dark tint. You have beautiful suede Alcantara on the roof liner, of course. You have an auto-dimming frameless rearview mirror here, which is also a digital camera rearview mirror. Lots of LED map lighting here, more piano black, obviously. But there's also kind of like a crystal glass look to this upper center console area, in addition to having this beautiful suede Alcantara. But I have to say, this is a car that's going to obviously be costing six figures, but the interior definitely has that customized look. And remember, the Celestiq is a $300,000 flagship luxury EV sedan. But Cadillac is definitely carrying over that vibe into this vehicle, which is important because this is, again, their flagship luxury SUV. But let's go ahead and show you guys the backseat area so you guys can see what that space is like. And that's one of the reasons why people love the Escalade so much, is when you look at the back seats of this vehicle. First of all, captain's chairs are included, obviously, with this model. That beautiful tri-tone color combination from the front carries over back here with the sheer gray, the Vecchio, and the Santorini blue. And then in terms of the legroom space, now this particular one that I'm showing you, you can even just do that right there to close the rear doors, has these manually adjustable seats back here. You can also recline the seats as well if you'd like. But keep in mind, there's like an executive second row package that'll basically add power seats, massaging seats. You can also get heated and ventilated second row chairs. These ones I believe are just heated, but that package also rolls in basically a built-in tray table. So it almost turns this into like an executive lounge, similar to where you'd be sitting in like a first class suite. You also have these 12.6-inch displays here that have basically the same software as the front, where you can literally stream your favorite movies, movie services here. You can also hook up to an HDMI port, connect wireless headphones. So this is definitely a nice touch. I definitely love the fact that they offer, you know, that kind of feature where you can have the tray tables built in. But Cadillac says you have around 45 inches of legroom back here, which is among the best. And I also love the size of that screen over here. You have your own power outlets down here, a household, and then you've got your two more USB-Cs and your HDMI ports. And then that pops out to reveal the additional cup holders. In terms of the material quality back here, it's basically as nice as the front, where you have real leather, wood, metal trim, nice padded area over here, and then this little lever actually is what operates and opens up the door. So there are sensors in that door to keep it from hitting things when you're first getting it out of the car. And that's definitely a feature that a lot of families are going to appreciate, especially if you're going to go for that automatic door setting. Now, to get back into the third row, obviously you can, you know, go between the two seats if you'd like, or you can pull on this lever here and you basically pull it twice, and that allows the seat to kind of catapult out of the way. Now, the third row, obviously, as you can see, does seat 3 people across. Now, Cadillac says the legroom for the third row on the standard IQ is around 32 inches of legroom. Keep in mind, if you want more rear seat legroom, third row legroom, you have to go for the IQL, which adds another 4 inches. I have to say, for somebody my height at 5'7", the seats back here, I'll let my camera guy come in here to show you guys what that space is like. I'm 5'7". I can sit back here. This is with the seat all the way back, but keep in mind, I get an extra 4 inches of legroom space is possible if you go for the L version. There is a decent amount of headroom space. I have maybe a solid 2-3 inches of clearance, but the vehicle is so wide, you can easily fit 3 people across. There's USB-C charging ports, obviously, and I also really appreciate the fact that this beautiful brown, gray, and blue leather combination carries over into the third row. These seats sadly don't appear to be heated, but you still have the perforations in this beautiful like contrast stitching and piping. So it's nice to see the Cadillac is sweating the details here and extending, again, that premium leather and premium colors all the way back into the third row. Now, with just over 8,500 units in America sold last year, the Escalade IQ actually had a pretty solid first full year of sales for Cadillac. In fact, if you look at the Escalade sales as a whole, the gas-powered model totaled around 57,000 units, plus again another 8,500 for the electric version. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Cadillac's numbers continue to increase, because this is exactly the large luxury electric SUV that buyers are looking for. I mean, well over 400 miles of range, 750 horsepower, plenty of space for full-size adults and all their stuff. stuff, and now the ability to kind of customize the exterior and interior thanks to Curated by Cadillac. It's a really good thing. I'm actually really impressed with the Escalade IQ. Now, in terms of driving this vehicle, when I drove it, it's definitely a nice driving vehicle, but you always are gonna feel the weight. But the fact that you can get well over 400 miles of range and carry a lot of stuff in the vehicle, that's what makes the Escalade IQ such an appealing option, especially if you guys are considering the gas-powered Escalade. Now, if you're interested in getting your hands on the 2027 model year, Cadillac says that they're basically just kind of gauging interest right now, but they said that if you want the Curated by Cadillac experience, which remember, these vehicles are going to be hand assembled at their artisan factory in Michigan, it's going to obviously take a little bit longer to build, but Cadillac says for the entire package, it's gonna basically cost around $55,000, $54,995 to be exact. I wanna point out that that price does not include the price of an Escalade IQ, which starts at around $127,000, 130 grand if you guys want the L version. And keep in mind, that's before you add a lot of the options that are also available on this vehicle. I mean, if you spec out an Escalade IQ fully loaded, they can be around $170,000 plus another $50,000. I know $50,000 sounds like a lot, but remember, you are getting a car that is custom tailored to your specific build. They're also hand assembled, and they're gonna be, supremely unique. And that's the whole reason if you're buying a vehicle like this. And if you're also able to spend around $150,000 for one, an extra $50,000 to essentially make it your own, seems like kind of a no-brainer. And also keep in mind, this price tag is still about half the cost of the Cadillac Celestiq, which is their flagship electric luxury sedan. But with all that said, hope you guys have enjoyed my full detailed overview on the 2027 Cadillac Escalade IQ that's curated by Cadillac. If you're also looking to see the latest cars I'm testing, be sure to follow me on Instagram at redline_reviews, like us on Facebook, and as always, guys, please keep subscribing to the Redline Reviews YouTube channel for all the latest reviews. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.